So as you can see guys here, this is my statement for the last month and we generated around 6,16,000. You can see the transaction also. So these are all the transaction for the high ticket coaching that I provide, not on this channel, on my other channel. So if you already don't know me, so this is my other channel, Ron Ecom Gyan, where I make dedicated content on e-commerce, Amazon FBA. And I started in 2019, consistently from 2020, of course, and got over 3.6 million views and generated ad revenue $4,000, which basically, my main income source does not come from this channel, from ad revenue, of course. If you see my channel, so I make content like full Amazon FBA global selling masterclass. I tried Amazon FBA for 1 year, so you get the idea, right? So here my goal is not to go viral, not to generate money from ad revenue basically. So I collect lead for my digital product. So at this moment, doing it more than 5 years. So I have my own software tool as well, and along with that my agency services where me and my teammate work for it. But most importantly, the coaching, so where actually the profit margins are very high. So as you can see here, so all this basically came from my YouTube channel itself and majorly from coaching calls. And of course, if we consider my agency services and product research tool, it's way higher than that. So these are the payments which I receive from payment gateway like Razorpay and Stripe and all. So for coaching calls and all, we receive directly like wire transfer or else UPI transfers directly in our bank account. So that is what this statement is all about. So doing this creator business more than 5 years now. In this video, I am going to explain you guys the introduction for this business model, which is creator business, of course. Then how it actually works. Then how you guys can start as a beginner. So let me first introduce you guys the business model. See, every business model consists of two main parts. One is product and another one is funnel for the product. Now in this case, in this business model, the product will be your high ticket digital product. It may be your video course where it's like a playlist of all the video courses, the modules, the chapters and all. And it may be your one-on-one coaching or one-on-one mentorship, and for some extent it may be service also. So this will be your high ticket digital product. And the second part of the business, which is funnel, that is the important part here. So you will not be running any advertisement like Facebook ads or Google ads, which you can see while scrolling YouTube, Instagram and all these days. People appear showing some sales, showing some fancy stuff and trying to sell their digital product. That is not what you are going to do. So you will be basically creating a micro YouTube channel where you are sharing your actual results, actual knowledge and experience, and thus build credibility and authority. So you don't have to give any call to action immediately, but again, all those stuffs I'll explain you in a while. But that is what you basically do. You create a micro YouTube channel, educational YouTube channel, not with the goal of going viral or making money through AdSense like I had explained earlier. So your whole goal here is provide as much as value to a specific group of people regarding a specific problem. So I like to call it as a 3-pillar strategies. One is pick a problem, second one is produce content on it consistently, of course, and third is profit from it by offering your audience high ticket digital product. Again, I am going to break it down for you in a while. So if you see any guys on the internet, any big marketer, whether it may be Iman Gadzi, Alex Hormozi, whoever it may be, they all use the same strategies while growing up. If you see their YouTube, scroll to their old videos, that is what they did. They started with micro YouTube channel, and of course, as their audience grew, now they are targeting the broader audience. And they basically all did the same thing to build their personal brand. Now, if you see on YouTube, there is this big misconception regarding this whole personal brand, creator business and all. So if you guys basically go on YouTube and search YouTube advice, you can see guys giving advice like, Mr. Beast and Casey Neistat, Ali Abdul, all these big guys who are trying to go viral. They are making money from AdSense. Now, I'm not telling their advice is wrong, but for some extent, for the ideal audience who want to build their creator business, not just YouTube and not just to earn from view based revenue, so it will be completely wrong. So you will be gathering bunch of retards whom you can't sell anything. Of course, you can get more views, but to be honest, if you want to make money in a value based revenue, see on YouTube there are two types of revenue that you can make. One is value based revenue one is views based revenue. So value based revenue, of course, selling your high ticket digital product, whether it may be your course or one-on-one coaching or mentorship, whatever it may be. So you get the idea, right? But views based revenue completely from video only. So you have to make at least 50,000 views, to be honest. So if you see the average CPM also, it's anywhere around $3 to $5, and it depends on the country as well. If you are from third world country like India and all, it's very low, and it depends on the niche as well, on which particular topic you are talking about. So even if we consider like $4 per 1,000 views, so you have to get at least 50,000 views consistently on every single video to make even a decent amount of money from YouTube. So that is not the way, of course, right? So you already know it. So we are here to make money from value based revenue. So if you want to make money from value based revenue from your creator business, from your YouTube, then these advice won't help you, like optimizing the thumbnail, optimizing the intro, storytelling. Yes, of course, some extent you have to use storytelling to teach as well, but most of the advice which will do you more harm than the benefit, especially when you want to build your whole big creator business, right? So again, like I said earlier, so you will be gathering such kind of people who are like dopamine addicted, to whom you want to over edit your videos, do the scripting and all, so that they don't lose interest, who regularly watch these quick dopamine videos, Instagram reels and all, TikTok videos. So for them, so obviously if you want to make money from value based revenue, obviously you have to script your videos, all those things. So again, I hope you get the idea from where I am coming from and got the misconception basically. So in a simplest way, if I want to articulate it, so quality is greater than quantity. So you might have heard this several times. So same applies to YouTube as well. As you can already see what I have been doing on my other channel as well. So that is what my targeted views are, anywhere around 1,000 to 5,000 quality views. Quality views from where I can actually generate quality leads with whom I can actually work with and get them the results as well. So now let me explain you guys how you can start as a beginner. But before that, you should know how it actually works, how this business model actually works, and you can get the expected results, of course. Now, if you have not heard about this 7-11-4 rule, so what it basically means is that for a buyer to buy anything, like, especially a high ticket digital product, he has to watch at least 7 hours of content, right? So that is where customers grow from unaware to most aware. So this is the 5 levels of customer awareness. So basically you want your customer to be most aware of the product and the solution that you are offering, which will be again your digital product, right? Now you don't want to get confused with this 5 stages of awareness. So I'll make a separate video on it. But basically it's as simple as that. More they watch your content and get related with you, so the more chances are they will buy your digital product, especially in this era where people are most skeptical, right? So it is not like 2016 or 17 where you can just make a video and run advertisement on it and make sales, right? So you might have seen this legendary video ad from Tai Lopez, Ferrari in my garage, or else Alex Becker's Wolf Mug video. So it's 2025 and a lot has been changed and people are more skeptical at the moment. So running YouTube ads and Facebook ads to sell your digital product will not work anymore, especially the advertisement bid going higher and higher day by day, right? So that is where you build your micro channel and keep making content, consistent content, to build authority and credibility with the audience. And once they watch your content and get related with that, that is what this rule basically says, 7 hours. When they basically watch more than 7 hours of your content, so it will be much more easier to you to give a call to action, get leads, and thus convert. Say every people has something to sell, especially when it comes to high ticket digital product. See, there will be something that you can sell, right? Some of the simplest, from gardening to the complicated one, like what medical field or else some engineering. So if you go on YouTube, you can find literally anything, like let's type handstand, right? There will be a person who will be explaining and making videos dedicated to handstand, right? Of course there will be a lot of variation to it, and you can make a digital product out of it, right? So all you have to do is, you don't have to be expert, you just have to be couple of steps ahead of your ideal audience. So if you see my channel as well, if you click on the oldest, see, this is where I started, right? If you see my channel, if you see my old videos and all, so I was not trying to come out as an expert, right away. What I basically did in my early stages, even nowadays also, so I basically share my experience, I share my knowledge, I share my, what all things, the best practices that I have learned. So that is where people get most related with. They don't want something, someone who is far ahead from them, and they cannot relate themselves, right? See, they come to YouTube to learn that stuff, and when they buy, so they want to relate themselves with the teacher. So that is what, if you see my old videos, it was just a screen recording video, like basically what you are seeing right now. So that is what I actually did, doing video to a specific group of people, solving their specific problem, which in this case is Amazon FBA e-commerce. So I did content on, legal, taxation, doing product research, explaining the step by step, and here and there doing mindset videos also, which makes a deep connection with your audience. So that is what, coming back to the topic. So like I said earlier, you don't have to be expert. So you can start make content which you cannot stop yourself thinking about. So if you go on to your YouTube history, you can see yourself like what actually content you are interested in. It might be as simple as handstand, gardening, fitness, health, so whatever it may be, but it should align with three major aspects, which is health, wealth, and relationship. So these are the main three things where people consider themselves buying a digital product to solve that particular problem. So what all content you will be making, just ask a question to yourself that whether it aligns with health, wealth, and relationship. For example, this handstand, right? So this aligns with the health, right? So people do handstand and it aligns somewhat with exercise, calisthenics, aesthetic bodybuilding. So there you can relate and make a digital product around it. So now let me explain you why moving forward from 2025, starting a micro YouTube educational channel is the best business to start. See, there is a huge educational revolution that is going on. See, if you consider the old education system, which was basically a university system, there you can learn from a person who is actually best in that particular university, in that particular city, right? But now in this era, you can go on YouTube and learn from the best teacher in the world. So any topic it might be, you can go on YouTube, you can search it and learn from it. And people like to learn from a video than from reading any book or blogs and all. So that is why a huge educational revolution that is going on YouTube, and YouTube actually recognized it as well. If you go on YouTube and go on Hope, you can basically notice there are a lot of small channels that are popping up. So as you can see here, so he has just 747 views one day ago. Similar way, if we keep on scrolling, we can find many videos like here 109 views, right? Here one more guy like 165 views. See, these are all micro YouTube channels, micro educational YouTube channels. So why basically all this happened and why YouTube is pushing small content creators, especially educational content creator, is YouTube realized the value, because YouTube is a library now. Before, if you had to learn anything, you had to go to library, right? But right now you go to YouTube, search there and learn from there. And that is how YouTube was able to beat every single OTT platform. So because during lockdown everywhere were in their home, and this TV also, smart TV also pop up, and every single household had this Android TV where YouTube was already in the application. So now YouTube was not just competing with other social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram and all, but they were also competing with OTT platforms like Netflix. But still YouTube able to manage and grow way bigger. Like, if you see the difference, like YouTube is here when it comes to daily streaming, and second is the Netflix, which is here. So the difference, the gap is very big. And the reason was YouTube was more human to human. And basically YouTube was not just used for entertainment but also educational purpose. But unlike other OTT platforms like Amazon Prime or else Netflix, it's more towards entertainment content. People don't go there to study. Of course there will be documentaries and all, but you cannot search a specific content and get to learn from it. But unlike YouTube, people come here to learn as well, and huge chunk of people come here to learn. So that is what YouTube recognized, and that is why they are pushing small content creators, especially educational content creators who make content to the specific group of people solving their specific problem. So now let me explain you the steps how you can start as a beginner. So basically what you do is you make content, series of content on YouTube. Just like I showed how I made on my other channel, which was on e-commerce, right? You make series of content. So your goal here is not to get views, of course, but how you make the content is it should rank for the search. Like specific niche that you select, right? On that specific niche, what all ideal audience are there? What will they search on YouTube search bar? So basically majorly it will be how to contents. So if you see my content, what I followed was basically I did how to videos, like how to file GST return, how to sell, how to contact. So majorly the major keyword I targeted was how to, because on YouTube you will get impression from three ways. One is search results. Second one is homepage. This is where guys like Mr. Beast, Ryan Rahan, they target for. And third is recommended page. So here you have to basically make a bunch of contents, then you can expect to appear in the recommended contents basically. So initially you target for search results. You think about what your ideal audience search for in the YouTube search bar, right? So that when they search, your video will pop up, and that is how they start watching your content. So that is what you have to expect for, and that is the easiest thing also, because when anyone search, YouTube not only consider how many views that particular video got, but how early it is uploaded, right? Because that particular audience need a updated content. Because for example, in my niche, right, I can make a video on how to make a product research in 2020, and obviously in 2021 or else in 2022 the strategy will be changed, and I have to make a video, one more video on how to do a product research in 2022, 2023. So these are the gaps which you can fill. You can make a video much more updated style, and you can expect to get impressions and thus views, and thus audience come to your channel and start watching your other content as well. So you make one content and then push them to other content, then you push them to other content. So that is how you convert your audience from unaware to most aware. And then the step 2 is you build your digital product. Now it might be, like I said earlier, a video course where a bunch of playlist, modules, chapters and all will be there, and or it may be one-on-one coaching. So my best advice for you guys will be, when you are getting started, you can start one-on-one coaching. So you can basically do like 4-week Zoom session, something like that, and then along the way you can build your video course which you can sell for higher price as well. So when it comes to digital product itself, it's a whole together new world. I'll make a dedicated video on it, but as of now, when you are getting started, you can start with one-on-one coaching. And then the step 3 is call to action. So basically, if you want to sell your digital product, you have to give a call to action, right? Now there are multiple ways to do it, but 3 common ways which you can start using on your new channel as a beginner is, one is VSL. So the first CTA method is VSL basically. So you make one video explaining everything, and in the end you give a CTA after providing the value, of course. And you can basically tell them, if you guys are interested, you can go ahead and schedule a call with me and see how we can work together. It's as simple as that. And one more is lead magnet. So every 2 to 3 minutes and at the end of the video, you basically tell them, you give them something for free. It may be a short free crash course, video course, or some ebook where they can get most of the knowledge, or else it may be a newsletter also where weekly you send them emails providing more and more knowledge regarding the topic that you are talking about. So where to get that particular free content, it may be ebook or else a video course or else newsletter. So they have to go to a website and they have to enter their details, right? Email, mobile number, their name and all. So using that, you can follow up with them and offer your digital product. And one more robust method that you can use it, after making series of videos, you can send them to one specific detailed video, one specific video sales letter where you give multiple CTAs. It's like one big course video. For example, if you see this guy, Jordan Brown, Of course, he's making content related to drop shipping, e-commerce, Shopify drop shipping. So what he has done is, if you see, he has made a whole big video, like 18 plus hours video. Now what he does is he makes series of video, and in the end he will give a call to action, people sending to this particular video. And here he has obviously multiple call to action, sending them to his community, and all those things. So even if you see Iman Gadzi, that is what he did. So he did this one video, best online business to start as a beginner, targeting broad audience, which we also call as unaware audience. And in the video he basically take them from unaware to most aware, and telling why his program basically will help them to achieve their expected results, right? So all his other videos, will be a call to action for that particular video, where audience go to it, and thus he can give a call to action, building authority and credibility. Now there are plenty of stuffs. Now he also use 3 content marketing, which he basically publishes for certain period of time, then he take it out. So that will be another topic where I'll explain you guys. So coming back to the topic, step 3 will be giving call to action to your audience, where you will be converting your audience to high paying clients. So that's it for this video, guys. Now if you want to work with me and build a creator business, so you can book a call directly with me. The link is in the description. So let's see how we can work together.